We actually started on the 17th and 18th of August up in the White Mountains by Greer. We have about another 10 days to get to our property in Florence. So we've been on the trail since August. We have one more bunch tomorrow coming through, and basically it's been uneventful for the most part. We've trailed down and we've had good weather and no major problems with the sheep coming through. Today we just crossed the Blue Point Bridge and we're resting here for the rest of the day, and tomorrow we'll be going up to Usery Pass, where we'll travel over, and on Friday we'll be sitting outside of Apache Junction, and where Saturday and Sunday we'll be traveling the two bunches through town on our route to Florence. Well, we have a possible contact with bighorn sheep in this area, and they have a plotted out area that they determined as bighorn sheep habitat. And in years past, we've always had a night camp that was north of the river, which they determined was somewhat in the area of the bighorn sheep. So we've had to alter our day plan half a day and basically not camp on the north side of the river and go ahead and push through.
Our concern has been that the sheep driveway is conducted in a fashion that is considerably more detrimental to the needs of wild bighorn sheep than it needs to be. And the Forest Service has, for many years now, been working on an analysis to resolve some of these problems, but unfortunately the priority has not been to get this analysis completed. And so we finally felt we didn't have much alternative but to file a lawsuit to compel them to complete their analysis, which we did a few months ago. Since then, the Forest Service has compromised to some degree and changed the route that the sheep are taking, and has also changed the places that sheep will bed down. These are very important because domestic sheep can infect, and in fact have in many cases, infected wild bighorn sheep with a respiratory disease that unfortunately is a very virulent disease that can take out an entire herd of wild bighorn sheep, and has done so historically. So it's very important to keep domestic sheep separated from wild bighorn sheep.
It's an ongoing battle all the time. We've been doing this since the 1900s. The family and other sheep organizations have gone by the wayside, but my father-in-law's family has ran the sheep for quite a few years. We still run the trail. It's a viable piece of equipment we have to have for our trail in this area, because it's a time involved that traveling from the mountains down to here, the sheep are nonchalantly coming down the mountain, taking their time. They're trying to pose the sheep carry a pneumonia that they can be transferred through contact. But that's some of the cases they have against the bighorn sheep. But most of those cases are all in contact where the sheep actually graze. They actually graze side by side with the bighorn, and we actually trail. Like I said, we trail through an area of a couple mile span for a matter of 30 minutes. So the possibility is very, very slim that would ever possibly happen. We plan on staying in the business. That's our plan. We've been doing this for a long time, and it's a valuable part of our necessary things that we need to have to be able to stay in business. So yeah, our plan is to abide by the rules and regulations and still be able to use the trail. This is a dying art, as one would, I guess, would call it. I mean, it's something that's it's becoming more and more obstacles in our way all the time. So.